and welcome to another empty flight. I am your Captain L1011Widebody, not I am your Captain, your Chief Petty Officer, and Major Procrastinator, L1011Widebody. And I'm sorry, I haven't been doing one of these in a little while. So I've got a couple of things I want to get out. First, I've got quite a few shoutouts that I would like to give. First of all, I have two new patrons that are sponsoring me on patreon.com. I'm very grateful for that. So I'm giving a shout out to Anashi and Kyle the Weasel. Thank you very much for sponsoring me, choosing to sponsor me and my videos, and I greatly appreciate it. So there's that. Let's see. Then there's just some general shoutouts of some channels and videos that I've seen that were interesting lately to me. First of all is the YouTube user Big Mac Davis. He's a guy who does Doom walkthroughs as well as some other games. But the real great thing about him, he's got this awesome, like, deep voice. And he kind of sounds like George Takei. But he's got this real matter-of-fact way of explaining, like, real detailed walkthroughs of all the levels in Doom. So it's like being in a college course lectured by George Takei on how to play Doom. So that's pretty cool. And one of the most noteworthy things he does is he actually does a commentated playthrough of the infamous level 32 secret level from Plutonia Experiment. Yeah, he does Final Doom and Doom 2 and Doom 1. He does the level 32 Go To It, which is infamously difficult. And he actually does it with commentated playthrough. So I thought that was pretty interesting because I've seen lots of playthroughs of it before on UV Max. He does a UV Max run too. I should mention that. All of his videos are UV Max runs, which means 100% kills and 100% secrets and 100% whatever the other thing is. Items, that's it. So, he actually does a UV Max run of Go To It commentated, which is something that I've not seen before. Oh, jeez. I'm getting rammed by something. So you should definitely check that out if you have any interest in Doom. He does some other things. I think he does like Half-Life that I haven't seen, and he does Wolfenstein 3D as well, which is kind of boring. Why am I doing this? Also, I'd like to give a shout out to YouTube user Calmarius, who's also doing some Descent playthroughs. He's doing the Levels of the World collection, which is the collection of levels that Interplay commissioned for a contest for the Descent Anniversary Edition. And he's going through a bunch of them and running through them on insane difficulty. and some of them are very difficult, and some of them are astonishingly ugly, so I want to give him big props for going through the effort of that, because that is something that even I would not I would not have the fortitude to do. Speaking of insane runs on Descent, you should also check out Spooty Biscuit's channel. That's Spooty Biscuit. The S is for possessive. He does some very interesting and exciting speed runs of Descent, which is something I hadn't seen up until recently. They're pretty new. I remember looking for speed runs of Descent and not finding too many, but he actually does some speed runs on various difficulties, which is very impressive. So you should definitely check that out if you have an interest in Descent, which I do, as you can tell by the thing that I'm doing right now. And so, some of them are commentated and some of them aren't. So he doesn't have a lot of commentary on the videos. I could imagine it's pretty stressful doing an insane run of 2 shields for me, thank you. Of Descent. Doing a speed run, but it's pretty impressive, so you should definitely check it out. Also, interesting videos that I've seen lately would be from user Namtarovi. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. He does some various drum covers of a couple of Red Alert songs from the Command & Conquer Red Alert soundtrack. He does Bigfoot and Hell March 2 from Descent, from Red Alert 2, and he also does Workman, which is a really cool song, and he shows the video of him doing that and everything, and it's pretty cool, and it's not something that I would have thought about finding before. There's a lot of guitar covers of songs from Red Alert, especially Hell March, songs from Red Alert 2. And I'll back up. Oh, I was not aligned with the door. So, seeing somebody doing a drum cover of it was pretty cool. So you should definitely check that out. He's very good at it. I found it highly entertaining. I'd also like to give a shout out to Nicholas McKay, who's just been, in general, following my Saturday Night Baseball series and enjoying it, and has some kind words for me as far as enjoying the playthroughs. And I'd like to just give a general shout out to everybody who's been watching the Saturday Night Baseball series. I hadn't really thought it would be that interesting to play through 162 games of an entire season. You know, it's the same game basically the whole time. But I'm glad that people are enjoying it, and yes, I try to make it look as nice and professional as possible, and I do put a lot of effort into making it look, you know, presentable and enjoyable. So I'm glad that people are enjoying it. So definitely big shout outs to everybody who's been watching and enjoying that series. And I will be trying my best to get doing that regularly every Saturday now, especially with baseball season coming up. Our baseball season started today, actually. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to AJS1031 or 1031 for we had a interesting little discussion on one of my Let's Play MechWarrior 2 videos about the feasibility or lack thereof of the Nova battle mech and its torso twisting abilities, and it was just an interesting discussion. And I always appreciate people who have that knowledge and are willing to engage in discourse with me on the Battletechs. I do enjoy it greatly. So that's cool. Definitely I will be putting out more MechWarrior 2 Let's Plays. Yeah, I've just been jammed up around the household, unfortunately. I haven't been able to do as many videos as I'd like because I've been having to... Where am I going? I've been having to take care of some sick peoples in the house, you know, and being the responsible one and having to go places and get things. So it's been a little bit of stressful doing that, so I haven't had as much time as I'd like. But should be getting back into the groove of everything. Also like to give a shout out to Tristan Fowler, who says that I am really great at Red Alert. I think he means Red Alert 2, but either way, I am pretty awesome, and I acknowledge those who acknowledge my awesomeness. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Along those notes of acknowledging my awesomeness, there is LuluAZ072, who says I am awesome at playing Fallout 2. He or she commented on one of my videos through the Fallout 2 long play that lasted forever. So I'm glad that people enjoy that, because that was a very fun Let's Play, doing that all through that. Very time consuming, but I'm glad that people enjoyed it. So definitely good to see people enjoying all the installments of that, and there will be more Fallout 3s soon. I'm trying to establish a rhythm of like alternating MechWarriors and Command & Conquers and Fallout 3s, and spicing it up with random other things in between. So we'll see how that goes. What is this hide-and-seek nonsense? Also give a shout-out, I already did, in a way, to Mam162, who requested that I do a March Madness video of college basketball, which I did for College Slam. I did a long play of that, especially for him, because he requested it as the Spartans. So I do requests, and it's always cool to have that kind of interaction with people. So yeah, and then College Slam is just a game that I enjoy. It's like, I'm not a real big basketball fan, but that NBA Jam style arcade kind of basketball is definitely something that I enjoy. So I had a lot of fun doing that, and I got to come up with some cool new player names to give them names in that game. Let's see. I also like to give a shout out to oh dear, Larvashwi, Larvashwi, Larvashwe, and he knows why. Just in general, for all the cool things that he does, and especially the support that he's given me in the Fallout 3 Let's Play that I've been doing, that have been enduring and starting to become enjoying of. So, shout out for him for his contributions, just in general. Oh, this room is difficult. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Harold Clemens, Diego Ruiz, and El Quixos. Oh goodness, it's a Spanish name. Ow. The hostages were dead. That's your fault, El Quixos. E-L capital Q-U-I-O-C-O-S. El Quixos. Harold Clemens, Diego Ruiz, and El Quixos. For their various interesting contributions and discussions on my NASCAR Legends video. The last one that I did was for Charlotte Motor Speedway. Various interesting suggestions and tips and just all around general useful discourse. So regarding NASCAR Legends, while I'm on the subject, man, you come flying right out of that thing, don't you? I'm not sure whether I'm going to continue that playthrough right away, as I have been doing it as I have been doing it with the Xbox 360 controller and the analog stick, with the face buttons, using them for the shifting and etc. and acceleration and things. I'm debating whether I want to continue with that series as it is and continue using that control scheme, or whether would be better suited waiting for a saving up for a driving wheel, because there are a couple of other video games that I would like to do Let's Plays of that are driving games that a wheel would be better suited for them. So I'm just debating on that. And obviously, a game like NASCAR, you have to be very precise with the wheel. It's not very forgiving. So you have to be very precise, and it's been difficult using the analog stick, but I've been managing to do that. So we'll see if I'm gonna be doing that. Speaking of other Let's Plays that I've been unable to contribute to, Iron Storm. What happened is that Iron Storm is one of the games that I have the original CD for, the original game disc for, that I played on. And unfortunately, the CD drive in the computer broke. So I had to wait to get a new one. So that was that. It was not, unfortunately, with everything else that's been going on, it was not a primary concern of where I should allocate my money. But eventually I did get a new CD drive, and I should be able to continue on with the Iron Storms, and it's yeah, ridiculous difficulty. Let's see. That's all the shoutouts I have so far for right now. Just in general, some more comments. Expect to see more episodes of Captain James T. Jerkface. I've been working on the Vengeance mission, which is the final mission in... Where are you? I hear something, but I don't see something. The final mission in 25th anniversary. Going through the various option paths through that, and it's really not that, it's not as entertaining and funny as the other ones. It's pretty sober and, you know, morbid. Not morbid, but just sobering, I suppose, is the way that you would put it. So, grim, maybe. So, that's not exactly, but I'll be, splicing that up at some point. It's a little bit of a slog because it's a very long mission. There's a lot of things that you can do in it. Did actually discover an entirely new way that you can defeat that mission than the way that I showed in my original playthrough, so I'll be demonstrating that at least. And then once that's over, I'll be heading into Judgment Rights, which is the follow-on. I'll be doing more Captain James T. Jerkface stuff with that installment. And that'll be a big undertaking because that's a much larger game. I'll be having more Red Alert 2 remix videos up. Just kind of scatter them around whenever I feel like it. Because those are just kind of just sit back and play them, you know. But those are fun, and I'm glad people liked the changes that I've made. And also, you might see more re-uploads of videos that I've already done, and there's various technical reasons that I won't get into that I'm having to re-upload those. But if you see those, don't be alarmed. They are just things that I've already done, but have to re-upload because of various either video or audio requirements have to be done to them. But with that in mind, I think it's time to end this empty flight and escape the mine. Because that works out just nicely, doesn't it? Alright, until the next time, I will see you around. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, or subscribe. Also check out my other recent videos. And if you'd like, pledge to sponsor me at patreon.com/L1011Widebody.